Hi, I'm Di. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. And as you can see, we're in the kitchen today, so we're cooking. Now today, as I keep saying, we're doing a family favourite because I'm working my way through my family recipe book and all the things that my family like to eat. And I am getting requests from them. Oh, can you do this one? Can you do that one? So this is one that was requested. And this is, either you love it or you hate it. It's sago pudding. So some people refer to it as tapioca. So we call it sago pudding. And there's different ways to make sago pudding, many variations, and this is our way. So first of all, let's have a look and see what ingredients we're going to be using. So we're going to be using sugar. The recipe calls for a cup of sugar, but I've cut it down. I think that it could be a little bit sweet. And sometimes if I make recipes like this, which is a pudding, and I think, oh, I didn't put enough sugar in that, I might just add a dollop of jam to it when I'm eating it. We need some vanilla. Normally I'd use vanilla extract, but that's what I have on hand at the moment, the imitation vanilla, so we'll be using that. I have sago there. We need a cup of sago. We need a litre of milk. Now we need 4 eggs. Sorry, we need 6 eggs. But I've got 4 in there, if you look closely. And I had some extra egg whites left over. I had 3 egg whites. So I'm using 4 eggs, 4 whole eggs, and 3 egg whites. And I reckon that that should equal 6 eggs. And at the back there, we've got half a litre of water. Okay, let's go on and see what we need to do to make this. Sorry, you can see my dog in the background there, and he just had a shake. That was what that noise was. He's always appearing in my videos, and for anyone who wants to know, his name is Zeus, and he's my little buddy, always hanging around in case I drop something. He's on hand to clean the floor for me. Okay, let's get on to it. So the first thing we need to do is to make sure that we've got a pan which is either non-stick or heavy base. This recipe, if you cook it in the wrong pan, it will catch on the bottom and it will burn very easily. So make sure that you've got that. If you've got Pyrex dishes that you can use on the stovetop, I used to use those as well. So that works out really well. So we just need to put our milk into our bowl, into our saucepan. Our water and our sago. So I'll just measure out the sago. We just need a cup of sago. There we go. I've got a cup there. I'll just pour that in. Now, what I need to do with this is to place this on medium heat and cook it until it boils. We need to stir it fairly frequently, not constantly, but we need to be every few minutes just making sure it's stirring so it's not catching on the bottom. And we need to cook it until that sago is clear and cooked through. So I'll take you through that process. Once I'll get it on the stove, I'll get it to the boil, and then I'll bring you back. Now that's just about coming to the boil there, and it's thickened considerably. A little too thick, so I actually added an extra cup of water to that, and I have been stirring it almost constantly because I am worried about it sticking on the bottom. So what we need to do, I don't know if you can see in there, I'll bring it closer to the camera. Now I don't know if you can see there well enough, but in there is the tapioca. Oh, I'm spilling it. Oh, is the sago, and they're little balls. And at the moment it's white inside. Now I need to be cooking that until those balls are clear. So it's very easy to see. You just bring it out, you have a look at it, and you can see that there's white in the middle of them because they start off white. So they're solidly cooked from the outside in. And once they're all clear, then we can move on to our next step. So I'm going to continue stirring this while it's cooking because I really don't want it to catch on the bottom. And we'll come back once the sago is cooked all the way through. Okay, so we've cooked that through. Now I did say you had to wait until it went clear, and I'm hoping that this will be able to focus on those little beads in there. You can see that there's just a tiny little bit of white in them. I have tasted them and they appear to be cooked right through. So we've brought it off the stove, it's over here, and now the next thing we need to do is to add our other ingredients. So first thing we've got here, I'll just move that out the way so you can see what I'm doing. I've got the eggs in this container. I'm just going to whip them up. Right. So we need to start adding our ingredients to here. First of all, I'll remove that spoon. The next thing I'll do is to add the sugar, and then I'll start whipping it and beating the eggs in at the same time. Now the heat of that, you can see, I don't know if you can see the steam coming off, it's still very hot. That is cooking those eggs that we've put in there, so they will be thoroughly cooked. And the next thing is, because I'm using the imitation vanilla essence, I'm just going to slurp it in. It does say for the vanilla extract that we would need 2 teaspoons, but this isn't as strong as that, so I will add extra. And there we have it. Now you can serve that hot or cold. It will thicken up when it gets cold because there's a lot of starch in there in the sago, and that will set, and also the eggs will set it as well. So it will be very thick and gluggy, but it's still delicious. So there you have it. Quite an easy dessert, and I've reduced the sugar down. In there is actually 1 3/4 litres of liquid, and I only put 2/3 of a cup of sugar in there. So there's really, compared to the volume of it, there's not that much sugar in there. And then we've got our eggs. So very simple, easy, economical, and very filling as well. If you've got teenagers who you just can't seem to fill them, this is a great dessert to really fill them up. Okay, thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.